but I've never been so low.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on in. Happy Monday. I hope you're all having a great day. There we go. Alrighty, welcome on in. Happy Monday. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. If you are here early or watching on a VOD in the future, I appreciate you doing that. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Dan. Here we play games, usually like filthy casuals. We talk about life, support each other, and have a good time. We play a variety of games here, but we tend to go back to Star Citizen, and that is what we're doing tonight. We are going to be doing some bounties, and we are live on Twitch and YouTube tonight. Live on the YouTubes. And the Purple website. So, we are going to get right into it. We're going to work on bounties in the PU, because I realized that at some point, probably last patch, they reset my bounty rep, and I have yet to grind it back up to an acceptable level. So our goal tonight is to just do some simple PvE bounties, and try to get back up to where we can do more exciting bunker missions. I am going to be hydrating relatively heavily tonight. I'm still a little wiped. I went out and rucked today, and it was like 97 degrees. So it was warm. That took a lot out of me. I did not ruck for as long as I had originally planned to. I kind of cut it a little short because it was too spicy, and my heart rate was getting up there. We were getting up to, normally I sit in, like, I go in between, on my Fitbit, I'm normally in the, like, fat burn zone when I'm rucking, and occasionally if I'm pushing, I'll go into cardio. It goes, like, fat burn, cardio, peak. And my heart rate went up into the peak zone, and then it just wanted to stay there. So I said, maybe this is a sign that we should not ruck for an hour as we plan to. Maybe we should just go for 35 minutes and call that good. So that's what we did. Here we are now. I will probably be very able to go to bed early tonight, which will be awesome. But yeah, how's everybody else's Monday going? I hope it was good. Before my ruck in the lovely weather, I had a pretty good Monday. Work was good. Nothing too exciting. Kind of a slow Monday. Nobody really had any crises. Worked on some projects, moved them along, kind of in between projects right now. Found some stuff to keep myself busy. And, yeah, and I worked from home today, so I was able to just kind of cut out and not commute. Like, at 5, when it was time for me to go get a workout in, I was able to just walk out the door. Alright, where am I? I think I'm in by Genie Point, and I think that's where I want to be. Let's find out. Boop. But I know we've been doing a lot of PTU stuff lately. We're back on the PU tonight. I like the thumbnail that shows up. Oh, I'm glad you like the thumbnail. What's the thumbnail on the YouTubes? Also, welcome on in, Super Whatever. As I explained, I'm running at not full capacity today, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try to do some space murder. But yeah, how's your Monday going? Oh, Danero. You know what? I completely forgot, and because I forgot, a Cinerev gets extra Danero. And here we go. Let's do a little raffle for 150 Danero. You can join that raffle by doing !join and enter a giveaway. We've only got a few streams left before we will be giving away our prizes. We'll be drawn for those prizes. They are pretty awesome. You can see them detailed in the little the scroll text that is along the bottom. Hey, look, I pointed in the right direction. It's over there. The text. It's over there. You can read it. But the top prize is a Mirai Pulse or a $20 Steam gift card. Second prize is an FS9 or a $5 gift card. And the third prize gets a copy of Sonic Adventures 2 and a picture of the inside of my garbage can. And then also, first or second prize get a postcard, and one of them get to pick a game that we play next month. Third prize just gets the picture of the trash can. They don't really get anything that cool. Could it be a picture of you in the garbage can? Nope. I'm just going to go out. I'm going to ask for their Discord. I'm going to send them a copy of Sonic Adventures 2. Then I'm going to walk out to the trash can. I'm going to take a picture of it. And that's going to be what they win. It's fun. But one of them gets a postcard. The postcard's pretty cool. I am kind of famous for sending postcards in some places because I believe that postcards and mail are still sometimes cool, and so I actually like to mail people things. And I enjoy taking the opportunity to do that. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, I did make a new YouTube video, and that is available on my YouTube channel that is linked in the About text. Don't leave the stream, but, you know, you can check it out later, or if you're on a computer, you can pull it up in another tab. Cinerev, congratulations on winning 150 Danero and getting 11 more tickets. You are getting right up there. Alright, while we're here, before we get too far from the station, we should probably top off our ammo supply. Let's do that. In 324, we will not be able to do this anymore. We will not be able to interact with station inventory from a ship nearby. Like, I get why. I get, you know, it's cool. They're trying to physicalize more things. They're leaning into the simulation aspect of the game. At the same time, it does bum me out a little bit. It is real convenient to just be able to access your local inventory from wherever, as long as you're in the area. Okay, let's look at our rep. Let's look at this. So I think this rep will be with ArcCorp for bounty hunting. We are a security trainee, so I think once we get up to junior security contractor, we will be able to get better missions. That is when it will start. So I think for now, we're mostly going to be kind of grinding the protect site missions. Just to get our rep up. We'll do a little bit of looting while we're doing that. And it'll be good flying practice because I'm still getting to terms with the dual stick situation. I'm enjoying it. I think long term, if I like clean my desk off and kind of make this space a better like produced streaming area, it would be fun to get a little camera that points at my sticks, so you guys could kind of see double-handed it. Yep. So you could see what inputs I'm putting in to fly. Might be cool. But that would require another camera and, you know, a lot of setup, so that's not like a next week thing. That's a this would be cool to do eventually thing. Yep. There we go. Yeah, I think I at least got like a little bit of heat exhaustion. It was just so hot outside. But my heart rate, my heart rate has not come back to a completely normal range since I got back. But I feel mostly okay. It was a good time. I mean, much respect. I know there's people that work outside in these conditions all day long, so I have nothing to complain about. I live a privileged life that I can like complain about the heat after choosing to do a recreational workout activity in the heat. I've got a friend who works for the Postal Service, And this is just normal working conditions for him. They just have to work as normal. Okay. Please, switch camera. There we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And the other thing I'm looking forward to in 3.24, for whatever reason, I set up key bindings for 3.24 and 3.23, and my key bindings just work better in 3.24 in the PTU. I don't know why that is. And 3.23 does not have a lot of life left in it. Like, we are very quickly moving away from it. Oh, wait, we don't have side doors here. Can we even open this door and go out? Eh, it's not worth the trouble. We'll just go out the back ramp. Hopefully we're wearing a helmet. I see no reason why I would have taken it off. Alright, to the bunker. But we've got med pens, we've got 2 guns, I believe we've got a combat shotgun and a FS9. So we're prepared for a variety of contingencies. We'll go with the shotgun first, because I normally use the FS9. So let's switch it up a little bit. Let's get real up close and relatively personal with the bad guys. What could go wrong? Okay, here's 2 friendly NPCs, I think are the ones that are showing up with the map markers. Kind of looks like they're in the floor, but sometimes the HUD lies. Alright, got 2 guys. Alright, well, I'm sure I hit him with that second shot, but the game just didn't agree with me. That's fine. We got 7 rounds left in the mag. Let's just keep going around the perimeter. Kind of lowers the odds that somebody's going to sneak up on us. Like this guy. See, he's going to the sounds of the previous gunfire. It did not work out for him. That guy wasn't very smart. The AI is not running super well today. What is this? What is that? We're going to come back and look at that. There's a weird thing on the floor. But I don't want to get distracted by it and get killed. Okay, cool. That's all the bad guys. Let's empty that mag out. How'd it take that many hits? I think I did miss the first 2. I feel like one of those, the second one should have hit. But this is Star Citizen, and sometimes it engages in mild to moderate nonsense. Okay, what is this?
Keep looking.
What? It says placeholder. We're taking it. I don't really know what it is, but it's mine now, and that's what's important. Okay, some of these guys have good ammo. We can take the FS9 ammo. And there usually there's a guy or two, one of the armored dudes wearing or carrying a BR2 shotgun. That's the one that I have. I wouldn't mind finding one of those. He's got P4 ammo. He's got P4 ammo. Boo!
I think we got company.
We checked that guy. Alright, well. You suck. Why don't you have better ammo for me? Alright. First bunker, done. We'll just keep moving through them. But yeah, how's everybody's Monday going? Anybody do anything exciting with their Monday? Do you have any wild adventures that you want to tell the rest of chat about? Alright, we could have parked closer. Not the best parking job. Also, it does appear that it looks like I opened the outside hatch on that airlock. That's useful to no one. Also, that hatch opens at kind of a funny angle. Parking far away is better. Yeah, I gotta get my steps in. Being a space trucker and or space miner, which is what I do a lot of the time, is a very lethargic profession. So this is just my character trying to, you know, get some bonus baseline cardio. Alright. Let's get out of here. Landing gear up. Yeah, so am I. I like to bark in the pack. Oh boy. Park in the back of the parking lot. And usually I kind of park in the same spot when I go places, so I remember. I'm like always in the back and kind of off to the left. So then I don't have to worry about my smooth brain forgetting. Alright, we're going to take a call to arms. And then it looks like there aren't any new missions available. We'll just give it a minute. I don't want to take any, If it takes too long, we might grab a different mission. But I don't want to go too crazy with that. Because we are trying to grind a specific rep up today. See, we were at 88, we're at 90.5 now, so we should... That's not bad. So if we do 5 of those bunkers without screwing up... being the operative words there, then we should be good. What guns do we have on this ship? Okay, we put Panthers on it. We could go do... We'll give it one more minute. We could go do a low-risk space bounty. Just while we wait. Just to give us something to do. Ooh, looks like they just refreshed for this. Did they refresh for Mercenary? No. What? Are bunkers broken on this server or something? What is going on here? Maybe it's just gonna take a minute. Maybe the servers are just being temperamental. We'll just fly around for a moment while we wait for the server to cooperate. I've heard the Cutlass Red is the new meta for low flying, so, you know, we got that going for us. Do. I do have my door closed today, so maybe the birds will be a little quieter. They're still pretty noisy, though. They always have, you know, a fair amount of complaints. They need outside time. Oh, that was desync. I mean, I was close to the ground, but I was not that close. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have tempted it. So sometimes when the servers are being... fail. Yeah, that wasn't great. That was not the best moment. That's fine. That's fine. Now we just have to go back to ArtCorp. Get our, Now our Cutlass Red is blown up. Also, we lost all of our guns. It's fine. It's fine. We can just reset our spawn point to... Area 18 and self-delete, and that will take us back real quick. Quicker probably than going by Quantum. Also, welcome in. if you're just joining, we are working on some bounties or some bunkers, PvE bunkers in Star Citizen tonight. We're trying to grind our bunker rep up. Minor obstacle is that we did just fly into the ground and blow up, probably due to desync. I'm pretty sure I did not hit the ground. Alright, let's transfer our insurance back to Area 18. And then run down the hallway and fall over dead. Alright, Area 18. At least if we wake up here, there is a gun store, so it all works out. We can stock up on guns and ammo. That's one of the reasons I like Area 18 as opposed to other main cities, is some of the cities don't have... Like, Crusader barely has a gun store. Lorville, or Orison on Crusader does not have a gun store. Or it's got, like, a little dinky one. I think you can get, like, P4s and some light armor at the convenience store. New Babbage has one on Microtech. But... oh, where are we going? We're going to the gun store. Lorville has none on Hurston. No wet floor signs. Hey, Ricky Bobby, how's it going? Yeah, there were no wet floor signs, which I suppose if Area 18 was an overly litigious society, that might be a problem. Thankfully, I don't think it is. I feel like it's kind of a... like, it's not... I don't feel like it's as bad a place to live as Lorville, but I don't think it's awesome. It kind of seems a little cyberpunk dystopian to me. Do I need more P4s? I probably have enough P4s. Let's look at what we already have. Also, how are you doing today, Ricky Bobby? Hope you're having a good Monday so far. Why do I have so many C-54s? Or custodians. I don't need this many custodians. I can't even drop them because I'm in a city. Ugh, okay. But I've got a BR2. Okay, cool. Well, let's put my armor on, and then we can get those sorted. We need an undersuit first. Dan, you have 700 hours in this game. You know this. Alright. Get the traditional yellow suit of armor. Get that going. Find a helmet. Any helmet will do. I know I have Aryl helmets. I just have a lot of other crap. There we go. Okay. Take that. And let's go back down here. Grab the BR2. Grab a P4. Was that a knife that I saw back up there? We should take the knife, just for fun. We could try to knife kill a guy. We got a lot of pistols. Don't really need a pistol. There we go. Okay, now we'll grab a tractor beam. Once these images load in, I don't know why they struggle with loading so much when they are all pretty much the same gosh darn thing. Okay, ammo. We've got FS9 ammo, we need BR2. Why? It's my brand, Asenarev. I wear the yellow armor. I wear the Aryl armor. This is what we do. I don't know. I just always wear it. Mostly because you can always find it at cargo centers, which exist in every in the like transfer stations above every major city. Maybe it makes you crash more. That crash was... I really don't think that crash was my fault. I think that was the terrain being out of sync with where I was. Sometimes the game will spawn invisible rocks. Like, I'd be perfectly willing to admit it if I was low-flying badly and made an error with my new stick setup and slammed myself into the ground. But that is not what happened. The game just killed me. Alright, come on, tramp, don't leave. Cool. Yellow the gang colors. Yeah, I mean, basically, this is our, like, it's in the profile image on Twitch. It's my little guy, my little illustration that was made for me. At least it's not blue or red. We're some sort of alternate gang. But no, it's just it's consistent, just because it's so easy to find. Right, I kind of decided. Oh yeah, you got yellow name colors. Yeah, it fits. It works out. You fit right in here, clearly. No, it's just easy to always locate. All right. See, this is what happens when I talk smack about how we really don't have to do that many more missions to rep up to where we want to be. The ground kills me as punishment. Also, I need to shave again. My mustache is getting a little indistinct amongst the stubble. Makes it look less like an intentional mustache and more like my hair is just growing unevenly. Alright, let's see what missions we have available. Alright, another protect site. Which, I mean, protect site is kind of, I think, all we're going to get until we wrap up. Which is why we're doing it. So let's go grab a suitable vehicle. I'm gonna keep the mustache for a little bit, yeah. I don't know. Maybe if you're new here, I shaved my beard. I normally have like a goatee. I shaved it into a mustache live on stream a few weeks ago for our charity stream to raise money for Starlight Children's Foundation. And what are we gonna take out? Let's take a C1 Spirit. Why not? And I don't know. We're gonna do a fall. Gotta keep the stash. Thank you. Yeah, I think I will keep the stash. But I think one of our redeems, because it motivated people to donate money for Starlight Children's Foundation, which is an awesome charity that they raise money to provide positive experiences for and enrichment for seriously ill kids in hospitals. Things like video game consoles, little red wagons that are safe to use in the hospital, stuff like that, arts and crafts, books. So it's a good cause. I think for the next one, we might have like a grand prize where I shave all the facial hair off. And that'll be temporary. Like, I will immediately grow at least a mustache back after that. But I feel like there might be some people who, just for amusement purposes, want to see the babyface Dan. Which, I'm not a fan of the look. It freaked me out enough not having the goatee. I think not having any facial hair would be way worse. Oh, wow. This is a damaged ship. Why did we store a damaged ship mostly out of fuel? That's... Come on, pass, Dan. What were you thinking? Alright, we're gonna let it repair. But we can have them start opening the doors while we do that. So we're gonna wait until our little hydrogen meter goes back up to full, and until the nose of the ship is no longer red. Once that happens, we will be good to go. The servers have been pretty slow lately. Like, they're due for... One nice thing about the new patch is I think it'll speed the servers up some. Oh, you can see the hydrogen bar, like, creeping up. I thought that in the past it just went all the way up instantly. Maybe that's new? Interesting. Okay. We'll give it a second to repair the damage to the nose. That seems to be taking a little while. There we go. Okay. We are good to go. Apparently we just... God bless America, that hangar is too small for this ship.
Thank you.
That's not my fault. It's the game's fault. Hangar is scrawny. Alright, let's get out of atmosphere. Need to get to about 10,000 meters. Alright, we're high enough. Let's switch so we're tracking the correct mission, because I think it's tracking... It is tracking the Call to Arms mission. Alright, and now we will set our destination. Okay, why is it not showing up? Protect site. Track. There we go. ArcCorp 123 on Walla. Walla. Oop. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I tried to turn away from the mic. I hope that wasn't too loud. I don't know. Apparently I'm allergic to navigation or something. Alright, and we're off. On our way to Walla. Hey, Schmuckleberry, welcome in. How's it going? How is your evening? Hope your Monday was good. Alright, the C1 is a little bit more agile than the Cutlass. Also, why don't they make a rescue variant of the, like, C1A1 series? I think it would be pretty easy. They could switch it up a little bit. It could be like an up-armored or up-gunned rescue ship. You know, maybe only give it one medical bed. And give it like an extra turret. I don't know. Maybe give it some small bombs. It would be an easy lift. Also, this ship is already white, so they just need to like add some. They just need to add some red details. Shoot, nobody tells Sig. They really like. They do enjoy their like really simple variants that they can sell to you at a higher price than the original ship. It's. I don't want to say scam. That word gets used too frequently with this game in situations where it doesn't necessarily apply. But it certainly is low effort compared to, you know, actually making a whole new original ship. Alright. Let's get our headlights on. They're not that great, but they're better than nothing. Alrighty. And that should be good. Well, we need the landing gear down. There we go. What does that... Does that, Pisces have blue underlights? That's crazy. Or maybe that was just a weird graphics glitch? Graphics glitch? I'm doing great tonight, everybody. The, the ruck outside in 97-degree heat did not scramble my brains at all. We are performing in a totally optimal fashion. I think I may have forgotten to actually bring any of my ammo with me. So when I say totally optimal, that is a relative measurement. Yeah, oh, it's purple. That ship has... I think there's probably a glow stick. Yeah, it was hot today. Yeah, I would like it. I don't know. I kind of enjoy working out in the heat. Oh, we got a P4 instead of an FS9. Okay. Just because it's difficult, so I think it's kind of a good mental practice to not be like, oh, it's over 90 degrees. I don't want to go outside. Like, no. Like, you work from home often, and you work in air conditioning all the time, so why don't you go outside and do something difficult? So I kind of took the opportunity to ruck outside today, because it's going to be one of the last days where it's going to be that hot. I couldn't tell if that's a bad guy. He's like behind all that smoke, hard to see him. Do-do-do. Following the outside. Bam! Headshots. Perfect. Hey, Stein, how's it going? Welcome on in. Star Citizen is good. We're in the PU. We are just trying to grind up some bunker rep.
Take him out!
So that I can get access to some more interesting bunker missions. Shoot! Not today, Satan. Alright, that wasn't the best showing, but it was adequate. Is this a new game? No, it is not. This is, that's a loaded question, Schmuckleberry. Star Citizen was kickstarted more than 10 years ago. But for much of that time, it was not really in a playable state. For a period of time during the development, there was something called the hangar module, where you could go in and not fly your ships, but just, like, look at them in a hangar. It was kind of lame. And in the last few years, they've been actually adding stuff to the persistent universe. And it's kind of an MMO type game, where, like, I'm in the world doing things, but if I had friends who were online, I don't have many of those, but if I did, they could come here and we could do this together. There's all kinds of activities you can engage in. I'm doing mercenary missions, which involve, like, FPS-style gunplay, but there's a wide variety. There are also... Did nobody have an FS9 that I could take ammo from? You guys. This is very inconvenient for Dan. What do you have? We'll take his... Not FS9. P4. P4 is what I have. I might steal this FS9, though. If that's all I can find ammo for. So there's tons to do in the game. From industrial stuff like mining, salvaging, hauling cargo, up to more aggressive activities like ship-to-ship combat, both PvE and PvP. And then, ground combat. It's a fun game. I think it is one of the best values in gaming right now, especially if you just buy a starter ship and earn money in-game to buy other ships. You do have the option of pledging additional money to get access to additional ships, but that is entirely optional. It's not really it's not a pay to win scenario entirely. It's what I would call pay for advantage. Because the vast majority of those ships you can buy in-game with in-game currency. It just gives you access to them a little faster when a new patch drops. You don't have to earn your money back when they wipe things to get the ships that you want. And also, if SIG, the company that makes this game, if SIG did not sell ships, if they did not allow you to pledge for ships, they would not be able to finance the development in the way that they have. Like this would not have been a thing. So that was my very long-winded answer to is this a new game? I am an original Kickstarter backer, so I have been pledged to play this game since, pretty much the first day that the Kickstarter came out. I knew that this was going to be something I wanted to support, based on earlier projects that the developer, Chris Roberts, the guy whose brainchild this is, had been involved with. It is only in the last couple of years, though, that I've really started to play it. Because it's kind of gotten to a point where, even though it's still in early access, there is enough game here now that, I enjoy it. I had logged in a couple times before when we were in that hangar era phase that I was talking about, hangar module. And I just didn't really care about having a hangar to look at my ships, so, I would go in and check it and then kind of put it away for another year or more. Yeah, exactly. It's also seamless. Yeah, you fly from space to ground and you don't see any loading screens. Which, in my opinion, is a pretty wild thing. Look at this. This is some glitched out missions. We've gotten word... Oh, that's because they're history. Oh, geez, Dan. Oh, look, and it's still not spawning the new missions right away. Okay. Instead of low flying and blowing ourselves up, we're gonna take a super easy bounty mission, just so we have something to do. And also, the super easy missions are not always super easy for Dan right now, because I'm still getting used to the dual stick life. That is still newer to me, so... Alright, let's let the quantum drive spool up. These MFDs suck. Why do I only have 2 of them? I don't love that. I would like about 2 to 4 more, please. Thank you. Probably like 3 would be a perfect sweet spot, but I don't know. They have certain metrics and things that they try to accomplish with ship design, and I guess having more MFDs in this ship just wouldn't fit with that. Who knows? Tried stick for a bit, but went back to mouse and keyboard. Were you dual sticking it, or were you doing stick and mouse? In my opinion, stick and mouse is maybe better than dual sticks, at least for combat. Where dual sticks seem to work better, or seem to give me the most advantage, is like landing, because I can look at the outside of my ship from a third-person perspective, and I never... with a mouse, you're never really sure where that joystick is. You just have to watch your nose and adjust accordingly. With a stick, if you want to stop moving in a certain axis, you just let the stick return to center. But, Stein, to add on to that, it takes a while to acclimate to sticks. It was stick and throttle. I prefer the mouse. Yeah, that makes sense. And I don't poo-poo anybody who prefers to play in any particular way. What do we got? We got, ooh, an Aurora MR. Scary. And we got missiles that are not firing consistently. Yeah, the PU is in a state, man. Alright, we got this guy.
Attack on shield.
What's this? Hull A. The most feared of all criminal ships. The cutest little starter cargo vehicle. Wow, this ship has, considering that I'm running, that it has cannons by default, it has a really good amount of charge for the cannons. That's impressive. 35? That's not bad at all. Alright, hull A's are apparently kind of tanky boys. We're landing some decent hits, but he has not been polite enough to die yet. Just let it happen, buddy. You did the crime. Do the space death. Hey! Ander, how's it going? Welcome on in. If I got a mod in chat who could give Ander and Stein shoutouts, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I'll do it here in a second. How is your Monday going, sir? I know you said classes were starting soon. How'd that go? Star Citizen's good. The servers are not the best tonight. You know, sometimes it has good nights and bad nights. It's not Apex, where you can just consistently expect servers to work or something crazy. But we are doing some bunker missions, which are FPS missions. On-foot gunplay. And the missions are not spawning in that quickly and becoming available to us, so we were just doing a little bit of recreational spaceship-to-spaceship murder. Monday's good, exhausted. Classes started today and I'm white, but Tuesday's your relax day, so that's good. It's nice when you plan out, like, the class schedule to, Here you go. We're gonna give Stein a shout-out, and then we'll get you one. So Stein plays a lot of Star Citizen. And Ander plays a lot of Apex. Super entertaining creator. If you aren't into watching FPSs, I would encourage you to do it anyway. He makes some good content. So, but no, we're running it out of my heart. No, you're good. You like actually talk about stuff, and you know it's good stuff. I don't understand Apex that well. I'm always thinking about... thank you very much, I appreciate that. I'm always thinking about, like, playing it a little more and getting into it, but there's just... Like, we live in the attention economy where there are so many things that want our attention. Apex makes me rip my hair out. That's the same way I feel about Star Citizen. Like, it's... So, your opportunity to get a Dan versus Apex stream is the next time I do a charity event. I raise money for Starlight Children's Foundation, and there's always a redeem to make me play a different game. So I have that on there just to try and bait people who want to watch me struggle, but as long as the game's free to play, and I can download it, or I own it, or you're going to send me a code for it, I'll play it. And I think I already have Apex downloaded. Why are we not getting more missions? This is vexatious. I am terribly vexed. Alright, maybe we'll grab another VLRT. We'll just grind that rep up a little bit. Like, if they're not going to give us bounties, we might as well keep busy. Or if they're not going to give us mercenary missions. But yeah, no, Starlight's an awesome charity. We were just talking about that a minute ago. That's why I have the mustache right now, because we reached a milestone. Raising money for them, but they're a charity that provides good experiences for seriously ill kids in hospitals, like video game consoles, arts and crafts, books, all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, I don't hate the mustache. At one point I had yeah, mustache era rocks. At one point I had like a full Fu Manchu, like it actually went below the chin a little bit. And it's kind of heading in that direction. Like, I keep not shaving the bottom when I trim the rest. So, maybe it'll get back there. Alright, we gotta find some guy named Deg Barlow. What made you choose them to donate to? Like... So, they're really well Tomorrow Outlaws releases for early access. Are you getting Outlaws, Stein? If so, will you be the crash test dummy and let me know if it's actually good? There's been so much press coverage both ways and just like nerd rage about it being good or bad. But no, I chose Starlight because they're a really well-rated charity. They spend their money well. They're managed well. Because I don't like charities that spend too much money on, like, executive compensation and bullshit. And then also, it's just such a wholesome cause. It's like, do you want to spend $5 so sick kids in hospitals have less of a bad time? Like, of course you do. Everyone wants to. So, I don't at all feel bad or, you know, like it's a reach to solicit money for that. It's just such a good thing. Alright, this NPC has spawned in, but they have not registered as hostile yet, so we gotta wait for... There we go, okay. He's in a 135C, we've got one missile left, we're gonna feed it to him. Maybe if the missile launches. Missiles have been somewhat unreliable as of late. You have the Ubisoft subscription? Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about it. But I definitely think it might be one of those where I, like, wait a year and pick it up when it's on sale with the DLC. Because I have so many other games to play right now. And also, we've got some big stuff coming in Star Citizen. I'm going to be doing a lot of cargo once they release that cargo patch. Alright. Deg is we're getting some damage on him. Let's angle. Okay, Deg's dead. Who's this guy? This is another Origin 135. I like that they increased the variety last patch of the type of criminal ships that the criminal NPCs fly. Sometimes they don't make sense, like when criminals are flying Reclaimers or Argo Moles, but I'm okay with the minor loss in verisimilitude just to have different NPCs to fight. Alright, let's switch back to nav. We're already close enough to out of atmosphere. We don't need to wiggle around too much. Come on, do we have more missions? Yes, protect site, please. Thank you. Where is it? And boop. Spall 21. Ooh, we got an ad coming up. We might... Let's see. We might quantum over in that direction and then take this ad before we run down to that bunker. Just so that I'm not staring over my shoulder at an impending ad break while we're down there. Well, and there's a shout out for Ander. You guys should follow him if you aren't yet. Alright. And Ander, if you're still here, you should join. I'm on a Discord for content creators created by a Star Citizen streamer named Papa Juggernaut. DM me about it and you should join that. It's good content. It's a pretty well curated community. It doesn't have, like, the kid energy that some content creator Discords have, where it's 5,000 people asking you to set up OBS and then stream Warzone with them. Okay, we're going to take a quick ad break. You're not going to miss anything. I'm going to pause the game, and we're going to give out some Danero when I come back. And I'm going to step away for a minute. You should do the same. Stretch your legs. I'll be right back. I'll see you then. Alright, welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out. Also, Lee, thank you very much for dropping in. Weird notifications are weird. Twitch is a mysterious beast. You guys can go ahead and do !join. We are doing a raffle for some Dan Arrow since everybody stuck around. You can do !join, and that will be spendable if you do tickets max after you get some Dan Arrow, which you can get from the raffles, you can get from the giveaways that we do of them, and you also just get by hanging out and watching. We're doing a giveaway at the end of August with some cool prizes. They're not all Star Citizen specific, so if you don't play Star Citizen, don't sweat it. We will also be giving out some Steam gift cards. So yeah, do !join if you'd like to enter that. And yeah, Lee, how's your Monday going? Hope it's good. I know you've got some storms in your area. I hope you're safe. Alright, and then we are bringing back a segment that we've been inconsistent in doing in the past, but we're going to have a quote or a thought of the day today. And this is a good one. It was quoted in a fiction book that I'm reading, but it comes from a non-fictional place, which is an 1800s era set of instructions to Japanese military personnel on how they should comport themselves. And the quote is, "Death is lighter than a feather, but duty is heavier than a mountain." I kind of enjoy it. Hold on, let me put thought of the day. I think it's an interesting reflection on, like, the things that you're actually supposed to do are hard. And that is just the nature of them. You know, failure is easy, but success in doing what you're supposed to be doing in life, like, these are difficult. Sounds like some Atlas stuff. Yeah, it does. But I think it makes sense. Lee, congratulations on the 150 Dan Arrow. You now have enough points to buy 3 more tickets, I believe. If I remember, I think it's 50 points a ticket. And we will be doing that drawing. Let me look at a calendar and remember how days work again. We'll be doing that drawing Saturday at the end of the stream. You don't have to be present to win, but you do have to respond. It would be best if you were on Discord or something. If you aren't, you should join it. But as long as you'll see the tweet on Twitter or reply to me within about 24 hours, that's all good. Otherwise, we will go ahead and redraw them on the next stream. Oh, you missed it, a center Ev. Womp womp. You'll get the next one. You've been very aggressive about not missing the raffles, so I have confidence in you. Being a vet, exactly, yeah, and that original that thought was sent to military service members, even though in a you could argue very different culture than ours, but I think human beings have a lot of universality in like how we deal with things. Like, we're all kind of similar at the end of the day. We just word things differently. In some aspects. Alright, let's go into this bunker and murder everyone. Stein, do you read a lot? Do you read fiction? If so, if you like military fiction, I have a series you might like. Oh, son of a frickin' no. 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 I don't want to go to the Shadow Realm. I was just trying to go into a bunker. Okay. This does not make anything easier. Yeah, we can't come back from this. I haven't fallen through the floor in a normal place in a long time. That's super weird. That is super weird. But no, Stein, the series is called The Last Marines, and it's set in, the premise is that a group of recon Marines in the relatively near future, like next century, they're doing stuff on Earth, and they get sent into orbit to go do some stuff with the Space Navy or whatever, and they're, you know, Marines from the U.S., so it's got a lot of commonality. The author is a former Marine. And they go into cryo sleep, and something goes wrong, and they wake up like 500 years later in the midst of a... I built it? Interesting. I do not know what Steins Gate is. But anyway, they get transported to the far future and end up joining a war there. And it's a good series so far. The author being prior service, I think makes it good. It gives it some authenticity. All right, well, let's go try to do this mission again. At least I didn't fail the mission. So that's cool, because I'm so close to repping up to the next level that I would become agitated if they were to... Because you can fail the mission if you get too close and then you leave, but I guess since I didn't enter the bunker... It didn't count. There we go. Okay. Last war book I read was Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers is such a good book. It's so good. So Starship Troopers is really good. On the political and the social aspects, Heinlein had some interesting ideas that he was exploring. People call it names. They're like, Heinlein was a fascist. It's like, no. Heinlein had all sorts of weird, crazy, liberal, like, sex stuff in other books. Starship Troopers was just an exploration of concepts. Because he's an author, he's allowed to do that. If you want some other, like, very, very digestible, not hard to read, but still fun military fiction, this guy, Marco Kloos, he was former German Navy, I believe. And it's about a military in the future. Earth still exists. He is a forward observer for orbital drop troopers. Super good series. But if you... the book is almost always better than the movie. But if you liked Starship Troopers and you want a similar story, there's a book called Armor by John Stakely. Just Armor, like A-R-M-O-R. And Stakely, John Stakely, steak spelt like, you know, red meat steak. L-E-Y. It's not as political as Starship Troopers, but Stakely writes action masterfully well. And it was never that well known of a book. I think he was like a school teacher, and he just ended up being, you know, like he never really made it big as an author. He wrote 2 books and didn't write that quickly, and he passed away a few years ago. But it's a good read. All right, chest armor. Where are my arms? There's my arms. And we need a backpack. I would like an Errol backpack. Thank you, game. We need weapons. Let's take a P4. And do we have anything more fun than a P4? Or are we just going to be basic? I have not seen the Pearl Harbor movie or read the book you're talking about, but I would be interested in it. Oh gosh, what was it called? There was a There was a movie about Pearl Harbor in, like, I want to say the 80s, where a modern for the time carrier, it was about female pilots, interesting. A modern carrier goes through, like, a vortex and ends up at the Battle of Pearl Harbor. I forget what the movie's called. It was very 80s. But good. Enjoyable. No movie about this one? Okay. You should send that one to me, Lee. I think that's interesting. Most of my knowledge about female pilots in, what was it, World War II, comes from a Sabaton song by the band Sabaton called Night Witches, who were a really interesting group. The Night Witches, I believe they were Russian. World War II Russia. Exactly, yeah. They've entered the public consciousness for some reason, and I'm okay with that. Let's go up to Baijini and set our spawn point there. I don't want to make this trip through the city again. We'll take the Freelancer up. But the Russians gave these ladies, like, the crappiest aircraft. Like, basically, you know, almost like agricultural or non-combat aircraft. And they made it work. And they terrified the enemy so much that they called them the Night Witches. They would do all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, one of them would turn their lights on and fly around in the air just to distract the anti-aircraft fire, while the other ones bombed or strafed enemy positions in the pitch black. Wild. Alright, enter ship. Frickin' game. Frickin' magical hole in the ground. Now I'm just mad about it, and now I'm like insistent that I will rank up to the next bounty level on this stream. Because the game is fighting me. And, you know, I feel like it can be done. Yeah, I got this. We just have to avoid magical holes in the ground that take us to Floor Narnia. Because cursed floors are an occupational hazard in Star Citizen. Although normally it's floors. Normally it's not just a random spot on the ground that swallows you up and kills you. Fun fact, I no longer have a Freelancer in my pledged fleet, but this was the original ship that I pledged for when I bought my copy of Star Citizen many, many years ago. In this case, the floor is lava or void, yeah. I got the Freelancer, and honestly, one of the things that kind of made me set the game down and not come back to it for a while is it's a space Winnebago, or a space, what is it, Gulfstream, the real sleek-looking campers. Like, it is a multi-purpose ship that is better than it seems at first glance. But it's just, you know, if we're being honest, it's not sexy. The visibility is hot ass. I mean, like, we're basically looking through a tank slit at the world. There's Baijini Point. The maneuverability is decent, and it actually outputs a decent amount of damage and has a pretty decent tank for its size. Yeah, exactly. It looks like a 70s camper. So it was funny when I found that out, you know, years ago, when Star Citizen was way less far along in its development than it is now. We got access to this thing called the hangar module that I was talking about earlier. But basically it was a module where all you could do was go into a big hangar and look at the spaceships you owned. So I was so excited. I went through the website, I went to the trouble of downloading the game, I installed it, I walked into my hangar, and I had a gosh darn space camper. And I was like, you bastards. It's been like 7 years, and this is what you give me? This is what you give me. This is a space camper. And and I think that made me set the game down for another 3 years. Like, it was vexatious. All right, we're gonna pop into this hangar over here, and set our spawn point on this station so that we don't have to walk as far if we get dead again. We're gonna try not to get dead. We're gonna try not to fall into magical holes. We're gonna try not to run into magical spots on the ground that kill me. Have I seen the new Aliens movie? No, I have not. Have you? Is it good? I saw Prometheus and Covenant were the last ones I saw, which they had issues, but I enjoyed them. Yeah, Romulus. Just don't ask about the radar silhouette. The radar silhouette is probably about as chunky as it is, but it's not something I really... It's not a ship I worry about the radar silhouette that much yet, or that much, ever. Because I think when I'm worrying about radar silhouette, I'm thinking about other people, and this is not the ship that I would bring to fight other people. It was a banger. It did the series justice. Nice. I'll have to check it out. I still haven't seen Deadpool versus Wolverine, which I'd like to do. I just don't go to the movies that much these days. Before COVID, I went to the Alamo Drafthouse in town, and I averaged about one movie a week. Blows Prometheus out of the water. Nice. Okay, that's cool. They had like a rewards program at Alamo, and at one point I got into the very highest category possible, which just gave me like free stuff occasionally. It wasn't anything that cool. But it was just, I don't know, it was kind of a way to get out of the house. I would just go by myself sometimes and, like, go see a movie. It doesn't hurt that Alamo Drafthouse has pretty adequate food and, like, adult beverages. So you can just sit there and, like, drink a milkshake with booze in it and eat, you know, loaded fries with chorizo and watch a movie. I actually went. I saw some good movies at Alamo. One of the movies I saw was Finding Dory, and I went by myself to go see Finding Dory, and the attendant, the like waiter guy who walks around the theater, was just so happy. He was like, "Man, you're out here by yourself seeing Finding Dory," and I was like, "Yeah, like I was bored. It's a Friday night, I had, you know, or like a Sunday night, I had no plans. This is what I decided to do." And he was like, "That's awesome. That's so cool that you're doing that. Like, there's all these kids here, and they never even were old, you know, like old enough when they saw the first one. So it's like, this is cool for us." And I'm like, okay, cool. You're not making fun of me. What did I also see live in theaters? I saw only the first two Alien movies. Okay. What did I also see? I saw Moulin Rouge, which was really cool. And then I saw 2001, A Space Odyssey at Alamo. And I also saw Akira at Alamo, which was really cool. Seeing stuff like Akira and 2001 was fun because you can watch movies at home. It's based between the first two. Okay, so it's definitely like a... It's not trying to advance the series or anything crazy. But seeing like Akira and 2001 A Space Odyssey in theaters was really neat. Because you can watch movies at home, but a lot of the time, like, you might be distracted looking at your phone, or it's a smaller screen. And when you see it in the theater, you kind of get a vision of what it would have been like if you were to see those movies in theaters many, many years ago. And what they really intended. I went to the Moulin Rouge one a few years back. Nice! Last movie I saw... Yeah. Moulin Rouge is actually a great movie. Funny story with Moulin Rouge. I had invited a lady to go with me. To Moulin Rouge. A lady who was single. And... plans changed, she wasn't able to go, so I had these two brothers that were friends of mine, and I was like, "Hey guys," I worked with them, I knew them from working at a bar where they worked at a restaurant next door. And I was like, weird question, but do either of you want to go see Moulin Rouge with me? At Alamo Drafthouse. And they said, well, yeah, but how many tickets do you have? And I was like, 2. I was going to go on a date, and then, like, plans changed. But I still want to see it. It sounds cool. Who wants to go? And they were like, well, we both want to go. So I bought an extra ticket so that myself and both of my friends could go see Moulin Rouge in theaters. And it was funny because the whole theater was like couple, you know, 3 ladies together, couple, 4 ladies, you know, 2 ladies. And then it was just like, we were the only group of dudes in the theater. We were so proud of ourselves. It didn't bother me. It was a great movie. Baz Luhrmann is... He makes weird movies, but they're good. And Moulin Rouge is especially good. There's just so many good performances. Like, we're getting handsome Ewan McGregor. We've got John Leguizamo just in an amazing role. And a ton of others. Here we are, trying to run bunkers. Ended up yapping about Moulin Rouge. I'm okay with it. Alright, come on. Calibrate. Oh, shoot. Oh. I'm dead. Welp, we got interdicted. That is unfortunate. Sure, we'll file charges. Sad, and
Yo, bro, you there?
leaving me soft-deathed. And I'm trying to talk to
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, you got me fair and square. Go ahead. Yeah, finish me off. Thank you, sir. Dude, why? I didn't have anything. I was in a goddamn Drake cutter. Oh. Yeah. Low chance that we could have evaded that, even if we were quicker on our toes. He was in a Cutlass Blue, which is the police/interception version of the Cutlass. And accept. It is faster than a normal Cutlass and has the ability to prevent you from entering Quantum, so kinda tough. He has a crime stat now, so he might be moving along, or maybe not. He might just be camped there. But I kinda don't want to not do this bunker, so we'll see how it goes. Let's take a backpack, and let's not overload ourselves with cool guns, because we don't know if we're going to make it all the way there or not. Can't believe it. Killing a cutter with a Cutlass Blue, that's like Drake on Drake violence. Just not very nice, you know? Alright, we're going to take an F8 out. It should have a little bit more tank. is a weird comment in global chat to make, but like, I don't know. I like that Star Citizen has open PvP. I just think they need to... I hope that as they add more systems, they kind of balance the pros and cons of engaging in it a little more. Because right now, there's not much of an incentive not to just kill random people. You know, it's one thing when you get, like, pirated. I've had that happen. It doesn't really bother me. Like, hey, I have valuables. You want my valuables. Like, that's fair. But when I'm just running around on a stock cutter...
Landing gear raised.
Alright, let's switch to nav mode. And let's see if we can find an OM. Do. That will be at a slightly different angle. If we can find the OMs. The OMs are like marker points that are... That's the OM we went to last time, so we don't want that one. Alright. We'll see. This should pull us out at a slightly different angle on Lyria, I believe. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we will keep moving while we're calibrating. There we go. And start heading towards Spal 21. Well, what are the odds? We got another player right here, also in a Cutlass Blue.
Weapon system destroyed. Shields hit.
Getting some good hits with missile spam. Alright, we got some guns down.
System destroyed.
Nope, and our guns are not firing. That's unpleasant. And we're dead. The ship has phenomenal brakes. Yeah, it does. Alright, what an interesting coincidence that we run into two guys flying the same ship. Thank you for the lurk, Lee. I appreciate it. May have had a bit more survivability if I remembered where the chaff button is on my sticks, but I am still getting used to them. We're gonna switch it up and probably run a different mission. Let's see what's out there. Or we could go do some mining. We have not done any mining for a minute. We might switch the title and head out to the belt. The belt is usually pretty quiet. Don't really need a gun for that. We will take... Do we have any drinks here? Yeah, we have 46 cruises. We'll take 5 of them. And we'll just take pretty much anything to get us out to a different station. And then from there...
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Alright, we're in Hangar 4. From there we can figure out where we're going. Alright, so this is the Banu Defender, and I have not flown it. I think I've maybe flown it once. But we are really just looking for... Alright, but where's the cockpit? Nope, that's the ramp. Why does that say locked? There we go. Ooh, I think there's 2 seats. I would assume the pilot seat's on the left. I think that's a convention on a lot of ships in the game. I see no reason to assume that it would be any different. And we'll start heading out towards Arc L1 and then switch our stream title while we're on the way. But we'll try to get moving first.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Launch complete. Engines. Landing gear.
Thank you.
Looks like... Oh, Arc L1 is not showing up for us yet. Nope, there's the same guy. That's fair. Just seems to show up where we are. And spam missiles. would be real nice if quantum would work. And actually give us a point to jump to. Alright, here's what we can do. If we can get the throttle to set. Nope, it doesn't want to. Okay. If we can cancel, there we go. Then we should get some points opening up. Alright, so if that's arc L2, then arc L1 should be, you know, approximately in the other direction. Alright, cool. We got out of that immediate area. So we will drop out of quantum now, go back into nav mode, and now we've got some more time to navigate. And it says we set a route, but I'm not seeing it yet. Alright, we'll try it again. Alright. Arc L1 is not too far away. We will start heading in that direction. And we might do, since we're going to be here, we might do a mining stream on Wednesday just to switch it up. But I am feeling a bit wiped after the ruck earlier today, so we might kind of call that a stopping point. I know that's a bit of a shorter stream, but since we can't really run bunkers, or are running into issues running bunkers, we might switch it up. Let's see who is online. Alright, looks like Dadbod's online. We're going to go ahead and raid into him. Stick around for the raid. You guys will get some Dan Arrow for raiding, and I do appreciate you guys sticking around. Have a great evening. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.